Welcome to Let's Talk World with Maria Pereza. Hey, welcome back to Maria. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, whatever you call it around the world, because it's gonna be morning someplace else, right? Well, welcome back to Let's Talk World for this week. And like we always do, Let's Talk World is the ending of our week shows of social media shows. And I'm so excited. I'm excited every week anyway. But anyways, that adrenaline that just keep on coming through my veins is just crazy. But anyways, thank you so much for all those people who actually viewed our shows this week. Um, I forgot your name, but thank you so much for that comment that you actually left on James Swanson's show last night. It's beautiful, isn't it? He is so funny. He is really cute. He's really short too. So please keep on watching James Swanson's show on the every Tuesday, 8 to 8:30 p.m. because we only have like a little bit over 30 minutes show for his show every single week. And also, we just started this week the musician loves honey with Kevon Tyree. Hi Kevon, I hope you're doing fine. Get ready for next week because we're gonna make this happen, right? Anyways, for this week, what's gonna happen this week is I'm gonna show you a video that really intrigued me so much. I'm not sure if it's real or not, but I hope it's not real because it's yucky and especially women, we need to be a little bit careful of what hair we grow in our body. What I'm talking about was before I get to that video, I would like to let you know what's gonna happen for this upcoming segments. I have an interview with one of my friends from LA. He drove from LA to here to come to my show. And Dennis Matthews, that's you. And I'm gonna show you an interview that I had with him last week. And also, of course, we're gonna have we supposedly have few hosts to be interviewed today with me, but because of some circumstances, they won't be able to make it, and some technology issue, they cannot make it. So I'm gonna have only one of my favorite hosts, our fabulous person JC of Fabulous Life and Gizzy and Frenemies. As you all know, if you watch his show 2 days ago on Monday, he showed you a little bit teaser of um, what coverage he did on Manhattan Fashion Week, and I will show you some clips about his trip to New York. And this week on Monday, it was September, or yesterday, it's actually September 11. It's the anniversary of the tragedy in New York, our World Center. So I'm gonna show you what how they actually transformed that World Center venue now, what they made it, what it has become after 11 years or 17 years. 17 years, right? Yes. 17 years ago. So yes, those are the ones that's coming up in the next few segments. So with this segment, I am gonna show you guys this. What was that? So now women start growing hair. What do you call that now? Hair and the armpit. Yeah. Is that the new trend? What's that's all about? Well, we're gonna ask our fabulous live person later on the third show. But see, you know, by having a proper hygiene for women, do you think that's gonna be really nice to see those hair in your armpit? Oh my God. Sorry, but I felt so like kind of disgusted. But I actually uh, not to actually say what I do for my body, but I hate hair in my body. Well, the only hair that I have is here in my head. That's it to cover my skull. But having a hair like that in your armpit, and it says I don't know, but I believe that is Miley Cyrus. Sirius. I know I call him Cyrus. But anyways, yeah. How that what do you think about that, viewers? What do you think about growing your hair under, on your armpit? Thank you so much, Hill, for tuning in. Anyways, yeah, growing hair. God, is that possible? But anyways, that's all I can say about that. I don't know. I have no idea if that's we're actually going into 21st century and growing hair like an ape, or we're going back to the old age where we start growing hair. How about if you grow hair, like the beard for men? Why don't we do that too? How that look like? Oh my God. Okay. Well, anyways, that's not all this show about anyway. This show, Let's Talk World, is about you. About you. We do promote, support, and showcase. We feature your products and services. We also feature you if you have talent, if you have like a story that we you want to talk about, those kind of situation, or you have a business you want to promote your business. Let us help you. Um, and talking about promoting your business or promoting your talent, I just want to mention this again. It's Steve Kramian is a composer of different songs. One of the songs that he composed is Princess Diana. It's a tribute to Princess Diana, and I covered that last week. I hope you actually look back on my previous show so that you can see that song. It's beautiful song. It's tribute contributed to Princess Diana. And we have other songs coming up. We have a brand new Christmas songs, and I'm gonna be covering that in the few weeks to come. And also, Steve Kramian is a composer who lives here in Las Vegas, and he also uh, created or composed a song that is tribute to the to the kids that was trapped in a cave in Thailand. So we're gonna have that in the few weeks to come. So those are the things that I do is I help other people like Steve Kramian. We want his words and his songs go out there so you can hear it because these are the talents that you shouldn't be keeping it as a secret but to actually let the world know. So that being said, I'm not gonna stay too long on this segment because we have so much things to talk about. We're gonna have Dennis Matthews on the second segment and Mr. Fab Life JC on the third and fourth segment. So please stay tuned, stay with us, and we will be right back. Hey, welcome back to Let's Talk World with Maria. As I promised you guys, I'm gonna have a guest today, and I have a guest, Mr. Dennis Matthews of livestreamers.com.
Yes.
And also, he's from California. He flew here just to come to my show. Oh my God, do you know that you're the second one to come in my show that's from California?
I am amazed. Most people would come to your show because you have a very good dynamics in media, speaking and TV.
Am I?
Yes, you.
Oh my God, you
Yeah.
heard it from him, not me, but I always say that. But anyways, hey, so what's up with you, Mr. Dennis Matthews?
Well, I just give you a little history. We've been in the live streaming media before Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We started back in probably 2000, late, actually 1989. We was into it, streaming on dial-up modems into Mexico. But what is happening today? That was yesterday. Today, we're doing three things. One, we have a company called livestreamers.com who has access to 161 countries. And September 29th, we're doing one of the biggest shows in the United States. U.S. Global Business Forum and livestreamers.com is going to have 161 investors coming to the United States.
Whoa, is that gonna be here in Vegas or where it's
It's going to be in Long Beach at the Queen Mary. We have rented the whole Queen Mary out for this event. Anybody who's anyone will be there. Mayor Garcetti, a lot of major political people. But it is called Invest in America, U.S. Global Business Forum. Yes.
That's amazing. Well, as you know, for those who doesn't know Mr. Dennis Matthews, he is actually a big business person here in LA. Oh no, it's in the US actually,
Right, yes.
and it's around the world.
Sure.
Yeah,
Sure.
and it's not only that, not just being business person, but he also a veteran.
Thank you. Yes. And speaking of that,
Thank you for your service.
thank you. Hoorah! Speaking of that, we started a company called LCE. LCE is Newport Beach IT Inc. We have been a federal contractor for the FAA, Pentagon directly, Langley's, which is CIA. We have done nuclear weapons for redstone testing parts and components. So our technology has been around.
Mm-hmm.
We build our own encoder streaming media system called LCE Black Box. And if you don't know what LCE stands for, it stands for Lord, like our Lord and Father, Communications, Earth. And that Earth part, because I used to be an employee of Dow Jones Wall Street, one of the biggest financial companies in the world. I ran a Earth station in Riverside, California.
Oh, wow.
I handled the Chi stock market, New York Stock Exchange, everything from the fiber optics to satellite communications for $1 million a minute.
Wow.
Yeah, and
That's amazing.
I left Dow Jones and I started my own business in 1989. So we've been in the video media. We have streamed everybody from Usher's mother, Janet, who had let's stream a new artist for her.
Mm-hmm.
We have done BB King Universal. BB King Universal have done major stars such as Stevie Wonder, a lot of major stars out of Hollywood. We have worked with SR Studio. We have done stuff with the United Nations Association. We have done things with Pacquiao Bradley fight here in Las Vegas. So we've been around in the media business, streaming business for many, many years. And I think we are one of the major pay-per-view platforms where you can use your artists and ability to be paid, be seen, be heard. That's our slogan, be paid, be seen, and heard. Because we can take money anywhere around the world for you to perform on our platform.
Nice.
In addition, we can do subscription, where you can get subscription, like people pay you monthly. In addition to that right there, you can come up with your own like cards, like credit cards, debit cards of your own.
Yeah, well, I've been actually promoting livestreamers.com on our show every week.
Oh,
I
great.
keep on talking about it, like how I talk on my previous shows. And this is the guy that I've been talking about, who one of the people who started live streamers, right?
Thank you, yes. And it's an honor to be here in Maria's show. I really respect her. I think she has the ability to become the next Oprah in the media.
Oh my
business.
God!
Yes, I do.
I'm really humbled to hear that, but I don't know. I think I'm kind of far away from that, you know. But you know, if it happens, it happens. The main thing is you put your passion out there. That's
true.
how me. It's my passion is just to help all these people who live stream, bring them here at social media shows, give them a show, try to help them with their delivery and everything, and leadership, personal development, and different things that I can help them. That's all I can do. It's just part of me.
Well, I think that's amazing. A lot of people are selfish. They don't want to spread their knowledge or abilities to others. They want to keep it to themselves, and therefore they stay little. This is why I really think that you're going to be one of the biggest media companies, probably in U.S. history. But in addition, like I say, I have invited Maria to come to our event, which is going to be September 29th on the Queen Mary in Long
Thank
Beach.
you.
And my reason for her coming, they're going to be international investors starting from 30 million and above to invest into American companies and ideas. And I think that her show and her enthusiasm, and not only that, it takes a heart to really do something. You know, it's easy to do something when you got a lot of money and you got all this, but you know what? It takes hard to do it when you don't have it. And that's what it takes right there. Then you really know who you are, the character of a being. Simple.
That is really true.
That is
really,
definitely
yeah.
true.
That you see, social media shows it starts from scratch without nothing.
Yes.
Nothing. All I have at that time was my computer. That's all I have. And now you can see we start building one by one. We have tables, we have chairs, we have lights, we have cameras. So what's coming up next by Dennis Matthews, right?
Well, we're hoping. Well, first of all, let's go back to some of the great inventors and great idealists. Bill Gates started in the garage, him and Steve Jobs. With nothing. Him and a guy, Wozniak, they started, Bill Gates was good at software, and of course, Apple came out with hardware, basically.
Yeah.
But it wasn't about the money. None of those guys about the money. It was about the idealistic idea to do something that others don't do, and your passion.
Yes, that's true. You know what? Let me add to that. The Disney films, the CEO or the founder of Disney films, I think he started with just drawing on his notebook, and I think he created so much animation
Yes.
before it became Disney.
True.
Yeah.
Yes, I think if you really have a heart like you do, Maria, I've seen you, moving forward. You haven't given up. No matter what happens, Maria's there. She continued to move the show forward. And that takes a lot of guts. And let me tell you a little bit about me, and a little bit. I'm going to go back again. I grew up in the South, Alabama. I was born in Cleveland, but
You should bring me out there.
you would love Alabama. It's beautiful. Mostly $50 billion just went down there. But anyway, Martin Luther King
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
started his journey in the South. And believe it, my sister told me that he stayed at our house right before the Bloody Selma March. The reason why I bring this up is the fact. The character, he says, it's the character of the being. It's not the color of your skin. It is who you really are, the character of it. You know, and I think with you, Maria, to see you from the Philippines come all the way over here and struggle and make it, start making things happen. That's a character of a being. That's a real courage.
It is. It's not easy. It's not easy, especially when you have a job. You still have to pay your bills and struggle and do everything you can to actually get what you're doing, and to get there, to get pass through your days,
Yes.
and then still come in front of the camera and smile, wave.
Well, you're doing a good job. And
Oh, thank you.
I'm a little religious type of guy, a little bit too.
You are?
God, God sometimes, look at the destiny of an individual.
I agree.
People have gifts. God gives everybody gifts, whether you choose to use it or not.
Yep.
He also gives you free will to choose.
Yes.
Some people choose not to use their gifts,
Mm-hmm.
but I
There's a
think,
lot of
Maria, you are really doing what God wants you to do by using your gifts, giving other
Thank
people
you.
a change. Here's the thing: when I grew up, you had black and white TVs. Now you have
Yes.
social media that can reach around the world, touch little girls' lives that need, that have been through so much trauma. And watching your show, come across your show, gives them inspiration. I can be like Maria
Yeah.
one day,
That's
So-
true. Yes.
I'm saying it's not just us in this room.
It is not.
Right now, Maria, you touching the world. Don't forget that. And those little girls who needs inspiration.
Appreciate that.
They look at you on your show here. You may not know it, but God knows.
Yes, God knows. And you know what? It's World Wide Web. You'll never know who is watching you
True.
and who is listening to you.
That is true.
Yes.
So with that said, I'm here. I got to go meet some more friends. I got a Laos and Thai.
Yeah, this is a busy man. He told me I can only be with you for 18 minutes, but he's been here for 2 hours.
Because I'm so excited being with her. She's a very beautiful woman, very intelligent. I like working with her.
But you know what? I am a little bit sweet in front of the camera, am I?
You're very beautiful to look at. You know that. I don't have to go there. But you know what? It's not beauty. You know what I'm saying? Anybody, and I'm saying anybody, but beauty comes, and beauty goes as you. It is what you have in your heart, what you,
It is.
and who you really are, because one day you're not going to be beautiful. I'm not going to, because life moves on. You get
Oh
older.
yeah, it is.
But what has stick with you is your heart, Like you said, I brought people in here and stuff, It gave them time on my show, stuff like that. So you can't take that away and stuff, I was over in Africa. I'll give you an example. I was on a $20 million project called Close the Digital Divide Between Africa and the United States, And I was over there, and I was over in Abuja, and this little girl was on the computer, and because I work for the government, they called me up and said, Dennis, we want to do this big thing and stuff. I want you to tie us in. And I just turned around and I said, you know what? I got this little girl here, and no. And they said, wow, you gonna do that? I said, yeah. And then they said, we might recommend you for a Nobel Peace Prize. But the point I'm trying to say that instead of skipping the point, it is not how much money you have. You can't take it with you when you die.
Yep,
Okay?
I agree.
The lives that you touch keeps going on, like Benjamin Franklin, with the light bulb, and these major inventors continue to touch your lives.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why I'm saying that, Maria, you are a major inventor. You have encouragement, have the knowledge, and you have the endurance to do it. Beauty comes and goes. You know what I'm saying? But what you have
But I like
is
you still
forever.
to be pretty.
You are a very attractive, beautiful woman. But that is not your core. The core of your being is that you're very intelligent. And
Thank you.
work
I
very hard.
appreciate that.
With that said, you rock.
Well, before you go, is I want remember when I just starting live streaming,
Mhm.
I interviewed you, and how many cuts did we do?
Many of them.
Many of them. So how I would like to hear it from you. How do you rate me from that first interview that I did for you, and now?
She's trolling. No, I want to say that you have got a lot more professional in what you're doing, and I'm sure that as life moves on, you're going to even get more better. The point of it is, it's an honor to be here on your show.
Oh, thank you. It's a privilege to have you here, Mr. Matthews. And by the way, viewers, what I'm talking about earlier about the interview, he is the first person that I interviewed in live streaming.
Thank you, thank you.
Remember that?
I remember that.
Yeah, he is the first one. He never put out there because that's how bad it is.
I won't comment on that. But again, I want to say, keep your faith, keep with God, keep moving.
Thank you.
Peace out.
Thank you, viewers, and we'll see you on the next segment. Don't go away. Thank you.
Thank you. Beautiful. All right.
Take you where you wanna be. You could be my luck.
What was that? Welcome back to Let's Talk World with Maria. And thank you so much for Dennis Matthew for coming to my show and grace my show. It's a privilege to interview you, sir. And also, we're going to see you again in the future. And Dennis Matthew is actually a veteran, I believe he's Marine Corps veteran, and now he run his own business here in Las Vegas and in LA. And of course, before we go through all the way, and somebody is beside me here, and this is Mr. JC of Pop Life. How are you?
Thank you for inviting me. Mwah. Mwah.
No, thank you. Thank you.
For inviting me.
It's my privilege.
And thank you for making me sit in this chair, even if I'm not used to it.
Well, he asked me that he wanted to sit on my chair, but you know what this is.
So I'm just gonna be like this.
Yes, let's talk about that. Let's talk about
Mhm.
JC is our Fab Life host here at social media shows, and
Mhm.
recently, as you all probably know now, that he went and covered the Manhattan Fashion Week in New York.
New York City.
And as you can see, I show you guys some footage earlier before we actually came into the show. The Oculus, is that how you pronounce it?
That's the Oculus.
And yeah, that's the one running behind
Right
us as well.
behind us.
So enjoy it while it lasts. This is where the Trade Center or the World Trade
One
Center.
World Trade Center, and let me explain to you that the Oculus, what you're seeing, is just a roof, because you go inside, it goes down deep,
That's beautiful.
down like it's like 10, 20 stories down.
Wow.
So that one is the roof,
Mhm.
and if you're seated outside, you can look in and you can look down, and it's very deep.
Yes. And you're gonna
That's
show
amazing.
the inside and out on your show on the
The inside is very special because Gucci, the fashion brand Gucci,
Mhm.
they had an exhibit, and it's funny because it was cold and rainy outside, and then inside it gave you the illusion that it was sunny outside.
Wow.
And they had the Gucci garden. It was all pale pink, and they had flowers, they had chairs, and I had the privilege of interviewing a gentleman, and a lady who were promoting the Gucci perfumes, which is called Gucci Blooms.
Wow.
And they gave me a sample, and I love the men's Gucci Blooms. I said, I gotta have it. I gotta have it.
You are just so fabulous.
the
You're talking
scent-
about all this fabulousness.
The scent will be my remembrance of my week during Manhattan Fashion Week.
Mm-hmm.
Not to be confused with New York Fashion Week. New York Fashion Week is different from Manhattan Fashion Week. New York Fashion Week is where that incident with Nicki Minaj and Cardi B happened. The throwing of the shoes. Yes.
The throwing of the shoes.
Yeah.
I was gonna talk about that on my
Okay.
first segment, but then
Okay.
I ran out of time.
All
But
right.
yeah. So how that I never know about it. You asked me earlier, and
Yes.
I told you I never heard about
I
it.
didn't even know about it, and somebody told me. I've just forgotten who, and told me, did you hear about the incident of New York Fashion Week with Cardi B and Nicki Minaj? Because fans are always comparing the two with each other, because if you see
Oh.
it, there are similarities.
Well, we're talking about the incident that happened on New York
New York,
Fashion
yeah.
Week, where Nicki Minaj
Yes.
and who's the other one?
Cardi B.
Cardi B actually start having a
And we've
conflict.
shown Cardi B, when I was featuring the Met Gala with the Catholic Imaginations and the Heavenly Bodies, where the celebrities were wearing fashion that was inspired by the Roman Catholic Church.
Yes.
And she appeared as Mother Mary,
Oh,
Cardi B.
yes.
And I think you even commented that, oh, she's pregnant. Yeah, she was pregnant during that time.
Oh.
And don't quote us on this one, but I believe, according to TMZ, that the feud started out that Nicki Minaj accused of Cardi B as being as
Biatch.
no, not that, as having bad parenting. That she's a
Oh.
bad
Parent.
And
Oh,
so,
wow.
you know, a mother would not take that lightly.
Oh yeah,
And,
of course, of
and
course.
Cardi B said,
That's kind of
you,
hurting. That
yeah,
it's a somebody telling you that you have
you're a bad parent.
is
Yeah,
not really good, because you know what, nobody knows what's inside your house
yeah,
and how you discipline your kids.
right, right. But of course, we cannot quote it and say that it's real, because this news that I gathered only came from TMZ and other sources, and we don't want to stir the pot because,
I want to stir the pot.
well, you can only stir the pot if you have like hard facts. And you know, social media is all about hard facts. We are not that type of a show.
What did you do, Cardi B?
We are not that type of a show.
How did you do? But anyways,
Mhm.
we're not here to talk about that.
Yes.
Because you know what,
I'm
we
sorry,
are fabulous.
I went off on a tangent.
Oh, that's fine.
Yes,
it's
I
all
always, that's what people tell me, you always go off on a tangent.
You know what I realize is a lot of people who actually have when they are talking certain things, and then they go out of tangent. These are people who are very smart. They have so much things, ideas in their mind, and then yes.
Well, thank you. You're the very first person in the history of my life who ever said that. Because I kind of feel very bad when like people tell me that, oh, you're going off topic and you're going off a tangent. Oh, well, wait for me to go back to the topic.
Yes, yes. We are going the long way.
Yeah,
right?
We're going through the scenic route.
Yes, exactly.
Of the conversation.
Exactly.
The long and short of
that's
it.
what I noticed. A lot of people, it's not only you, by the way, there's a lot of people who are that kind. What I realize myself is it's because they're very smart. They have so much things in their brain. There's so much ideas in their brain that they want to actually put it out there.
Well, I'd like to thank my parents for that. Both are very strong-willed and intelligent people. That's why we separated ways. Like two strong and intelligent people.
Yeah, they conflict.
And
they don't know how to.
One has to give in, but nobody gave in, and so they just decided to.
I think that was they called miscommunication.
Probably, yeah. So we're
but
not
anyways, I have every time I have a show, somebody's calling me, right? But anyways, talking about you going to Manhattan Fashion Week, going to New York, you seen the Oculus. Is that what you call it?
Yes, Oculus.
Oculus.
Yeah. Yes.
See, I cannot even pronounce it.
Yeah,
the Oculus. And then you met so much people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
And this is he have a very fabulous show, which is Fabulous Life here at Social Media Shows, and he was invited by a good friend, which is Ronaldo Arnaldo, right?
Yes. What happened was, since he's my friend on Facebook, I saw that. I said, "Oh my gosh, this was like, I think 4 months ago, if I'm not 4 or 5 months ago." I said, "Oh my gosh, my friend Ronald is going to Manhattan," and as fate would have it, I was able to do something to be able to get there, and it happened. So as they say, the stars aligned. But in my case, since I am a man of faith, it was really God's will that everything fell on its proper place. And I went there, and it was beyond what I expected. Not just what I was expecting, but beyond everything. Because, do you see this?
Yeah, this is what I'm gonna ask him next. Is he find new friends, new close now, right? Close friends.
And they're all VIPs and designers, influential designers.
So somebody, so tell us about it.
This was given to me by Reagan, and Reagan.
He's one of the designer, right?
He is one of the designers, but he's also a sponsor.
Okay, of the show.
And he owns Serendipity accessories, not only jewelry, but also he makes bags
So Regan, if you're watching this, we would like you to
Yes.
sponsor our fabulous live show.
Yes. There you have it.
And also, one of the designer came to Vegas.
One of the designers came to Vegas, and I actually went to visit her at the Cosmo Hotel last
That's
night.
where she's staying, right?
That's where she's staying, and I conducted an interview with her, a short interview, and she's very hospitable. I mean, she even offered dinner. You know, we had dinner. We had a Chardonnay, and we had a spectacular view in her terrace. She's just like you. I have to go to the terrace and smoke. But the only difference that she smoked 46 feet up in
Up
a
in the-
building.
Yeah. And what's her name?
Her name is Mitch Evie.
Mitch Evie. And she's a designer in the
She
Philippines.
is a digital print designer. Like,
Oh. Yeah, the print.
she designed this. The print
Mhm.
that you see in this, she designed
That's
through
beautiful.
computer graphics.
Oh, that's amazing.
And so,
When is she leaving?
I think she's leaving this week.
This week.
Yeah, I'm leaving this week, and I asked her, you know, since tomorrow is my day off, if there's a possibility for her to come to the studio.
Well,
You know.
knowing new people,
Mhm.
knowing new designers in
Yes.
your field, it's amazing, don't you think? And
I-
having to fly to New York.
To be honest with you, it's like it's really a God thing, because I wasn't expecting to receive gifts. I was not expecting that. You know, I was just expecting to go there to interview them, cover it, and go home, and that's it. I didn't realize that it would continue. And God willing, there's a possible collaboration between me and Mitch Evie, because I suggested, why don't we collaborate in the future? You know, I design the clothes and you design the print of the fabric.
Yes. Oh my God.
It's-
That is a future that you can look up to.
Yes,
That
yeah.
will happen pretty soon.
Yes, and with the aid of social media, this is a good way of exposing that project.
Yes.
Yeah, because nowadays, you know, with social media, you can expose
Anything.
everything and
Everything.
anything.
Yeah, you cannot hide anything.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Well, you know what? I invited you here because you are a fabulous live host.
Well, you are a fabulous producer and director. as well.
Thank you. But anyways,
Yes.
I just want to ask you how it changes your life. What improvements do you think you've been through? You accomplish, and what else are your goals in the future?
Well, first and foremost, I mean, I already had a background in theater.
Mhm.
You know, I mean, even if it was just one summer, because my mom was into theater, and she forced me to do theater one summer, and she was my acting coach, and she terrorized me. I was terrified with my mom.
May she rest in peace.
Yeah, no, she knows that. We used to always fight each other a lot, and even if we fight each other, you know, we love each other very much. So she's okay with that. Yes. Oh my gosh, do we have a fan that's calling?
Yeah, I keep on having a phone call. But anyways, yeah. So
Mhm.
so what's your goal? What do you think? What you foresee in yourself?
So the thing is, like, with that, you know, theater background experience, and not only theater background experience, but my appreciation of art, interior design, furniture, fashion, theater, movies. You know how obsessed I am
Yes,
with horror
he do
movies.
a lot of movie reviews on Fab Life.
Yes.
So you better watch that, all right? Watch Fab Life with social media shows.
I definitely like the progression that I've been through the show. I mean, first it seemed like Wawa and I, you know, back Wawa, I love you. But in
We
the
love you,
beginning,
Wawa.
you know, we didn't have any content, and then through the constructive criticism, because we always listen to constructive criticism for as long as not destructive criticism. We follow that guide, telling us that, oh, you should have a content and it should have a guideline. And so we followed that. And at first, well, not at first, when I went through this, it was nerve wracking for me. And most especially, when you were telling me, oh, you have like a few minutes more, and what am I gonna talk about? Like I ran out of things to talk
It's
about,
like,
and my mind used to go flatliner, and I was like,
but now you're like, don't tell me that it's 1 minute
well,
more to go.
thanks to you. Well, no, thanks to you.
My pleasure. My
Yeah,
pleasure.
and my self confidence has developed more. This has trained me to go to places like Manhattan Fashion Week, where I conducted interviews in the middle of a sea of people
And you guys gonna see that in the future Fab Life.
without getting embarrassed, like, oh, somebody's watching me. It's, that attitude, like, to hell with everyone, this is my show and that's it.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
you
You got you got my
Yeah.
my attitude now. Like, it's my show, okay? You wanna actually coach me here? Come over here, sit down in here, and you'll
she's
coach me.
the main biatch. I'm the co-biatch. The two biatches on this chair.
I love it. I love it.
You gotta be a biatch to join social media.
Media show, yeah. Well,
In a good way.
in a good way.
In
yes.
a good way,
You have to
because
be tough. You have
yeah.
to be tough.
yeah, but because if you come here and you're going to stir the pot, Maria Purissima and I are going to have a meeting about you. I'm just kidding.
Well, you're one of the executives of social media, so
Well,
yeah.
thank you for making me an executive.
Yeah, my pleasure. Yes, you know that.
Hmm.
Well, yes. With social media shows, we welcome everybody who have a heart, but you have to be solid and tough. If you're not solid and tough, and you're just gonna actually sit down here and do a song which is "I have two hands,"
The
it's
left
not
and
gonna
the
work.
right. Yeah.
It's not gonna
Yeah.
work. We can say bye bye.
I think too is, with my experience last week, is throwing yourself out there.
It's
And by faith, it's like I said, I'm a man of faith. It's like the words of Jesus, you begin to walk on water. And you and I know that it's impossible to walk on water. And
yeah.
that's what, and also people say, mantra. Mantra is when you keep on repeating it over and over again. When the Lord said, my righteous one shall live by faith.
Mm-hmm.
So it's by faith.
Mhm.
Because before you can spring into action, you gotta have that vision which comes from faith. That you believe in yourself, you believe in what you're doing, and you believe about the outcome, even if it hasn't happened yet. Like you
I
already
love
see
that.
it.
I love
It's like it's
I love
only.
your vision.
Oh, thank you. It's only last night that I realized God is a mathematician. That everything
Remember,
is.
he is
yeah.
everything. He's
Yeah.
a doctor. He's a teacher. He's
Yes,
everything.
it's everything.
Leader and everything.
And everything, I'm not
It's an
saying.
architecture.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I'm not saying this in a bad way, because when people say, oh, I think it's calculated, when they use the word calculated, it means that it stems from, what do you call, I'm a loss for words here, like, it stems from a bad motive,
Oh.
that, oh, it seems calculated. But I think that everything is calculated, and we just have to align with him and know that mathematical equation that's missing. And once you see that missing link, then you launch yourself into, like what happened.
That's true, yes.
I almost wasn't able to go.
Yes, yes.
Happened, and
Yes,
this
well, you
and
know
that.
what?
I
It
was
meant to be that
panicking.
you have to be there, and
Yes.
you got there. You actually did what you had to do, and it's actually very fruitful or
Yes,
so rewarding.
thank you.
Yes,
Thank you.
and I love. You will see all the things that he did in Manhattan Fashion Week and in New York.
I love her for saying that, fruitful. I love it. I love it.
Yes.
That's a divine revelation right there.
And anyways, I would like to say thank you for my clothes. As you can see in the first segment, it's different. Now it's different. But anyways,
It's
we have so
beautiful.
much things to talk about. He is a Fab Life host, and he is also a comedian at Gizzy and Frenemy. So we're gonna be talking about that in our last and fourth segment. Please stand by. We will see you back.
I can lift you up. I can show you what you wanna see and take you where you wanna be. You could be my luck.
Shut up and sit down.
I really got a little bit upset because I knew that
You know that I'm putting your severance back.
don't know anything about this time. You did. This said you came from out of town.
Shut up and sit down.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Word with Maria, and I still have here Mr. JC of
Hello.
Gizzy and Frenemies.
Hi. You know, all those people that are watching us and finishing the shows that we show you, we love you because without you this wouldn't be possible.
Yes.
So we love all our televiewers.
Yes, we love all those people who actually watch all through the shows.
Yes.
And we also would like to ask you guys your feedback of what we do,
Absolutely.
and all the topics that we talk about. This will actually
Yes.
motivate us to do more.
Yes.
And uh, well, you're back here on the fourth
Yes, I
segment.
am back. I am back from
And you're back
outer space.
in Las Vegas. Well,
Back in Las Vegas, yes. Isn't it amazing?
it is amazing. Well, as you all know, JC also is the Gizzy, is the character Gizzy of Gizzy and Frenemies and
Yes.
Sissy and Gizzy.
Yes.
And I just want to let you know that you do a fantastic job acting as a Gizzy. That is amazing. I love it. I love being
Witness.
not only the witness.
The eyewitness.
Yes, I play a lot of different
I
part. I'm the
know.
maid. I am mother.
You are
different. I'm the driver.
Lady
I'm
Gaga.
Lady Gaga. There you go.
Mother
I am,
monster.
and just working with this man is amazing. It's just you get in his mentality when he is on the set. When you're on the set, your mentality is, yes, I am this person.
Well, let me tell you guys that Maria is also an awesome actress. She doesn't, she can't bring herself to know this. It's like she can't believe that she can act. But in the standpoint of a professional actor, I can see that she can really act.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You get into your role, you get into the character.
You better watch all those previous shows on
Mhm.
Gizzy and Frenemies because it's funny. It's
Yeah.
really funny.
It is funny.
Yeah.
You're funny too, most
Really?
especially when you those old episodes where you actually got ticked off and all that. I mean, that is amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Gizzy or JC is actually has a background in acting. He does
Yes.
movies. He has a movie before that's shown in the school, right? Schools.
It was shown in the school and now in YouTube it was called Fallen Star,
Fallen Star.
which I treasure very much because my cousins, the Bradfords from
Yeah.
Henderson. I mean, they lend me their mansion. They lend me their airplane, and I was able to make costumes for them, and they loved acting with me, and it was awesome. And I got to play the bad guy with relish. I relished
I love
every
it.
moment
Oh,
of
before
it.
I forgot, I love your hair.
Yes, thank you. And that's why this is a bad position. I'm going to talk to you like this. Hello, Maria. Oh, how are you? Oh, you're over here. I'm just kidding.
Can I give you a really kind of brutal
Okay.
feedback about your hair? I hope you don't get mad
No,
at me.
no, no.
You guys are the witness. He said
Yes.
no.
Hmm?
When I love it.
Okay.
Don't get me wrong.
Yes.
But the only thing that came up to my
Mhm.
mind, I don't know if
Yes.
you see this movie, Dalmatians 100.
You are actually, you need to pick a number because you're actually the third person. No, it's okay. I love it because you know that they made it into a live action movie. It wasn't just a cartoon. They made
The live,
live
movie,
action movie.
I seen the live action.
And it was
I love
my favorite actress, Glenn Close.
Yes.
Who made the. I love her, by the way, so
Yeah, okay.
I'm not even insulted. And
Okay.
also, she was the Broadway actress of.
Did you see her hair? The same thing.
Yes,
I love it.
and
yeah.
even it's iconic.
Yeah,
It's a
it
very
is.
iconic.
Remember, I told you you're iconic. But
yeah,
But after I said that, and then just actually came into my mind where like, okay, Dalmatian 100. And I don't want to say that.
No. Even my cousin Ricardo, I hope you're watching. I don't know if you saw a picture of me on the plane on my way
Yes,
back
I
here.
did, yes.
and my cousin Ricardo is said primo. Primo means cousin in Spanish. Primo, you look like the 101 Dalmatians.
0101, yeah, that's right.
101 Dalmatians.
Yes,
I was like, oh,
the
thank you.
102.
100. Yeah, there's 102 and 101.
Yes.
So anyhow, like really briefly, because this is in connection to with Gizzy and his frenemies.
Yes.
If you notice, I uttered lines from the play Sunset Boulevard. Sometimes I say, words like "it takes styles to tango,"
Yes.
or I say, "and now, Mr. DeMille, I'm ready for my close-up." Those were lines from Sunset Boulevard, and it was
Oh,
Glenn Close
who said
who
that?
said that,
Oh,
in her
no.
character, yeah.
Oh, that's
And
what.
when
Yes.
she said those lines, and now, Mr. DeMille, I'm ready for my camera. It wasn't actually the director DeMille that was there. It was the cops who came to get her because she just murdered a guy. And because after she murdered the guy and the body of the guy was floating in the swimming pool, she became
Cuckoo.
crazy. Yeah, she lost it. And so she was heartbroken because Cecil B. DeMille, well, she thought that Cecil B. DeMille was going to get her and give her a movie. But the reality is, he just wanted to borrow her Phantom, her car.
Oh, so that's all where you get the Gizzy.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
Yeah, the
Well,
Phantom.
for those viewers,
Yes.
just to let you know, Gizzy and Frenemies is actually a comedic act
Yes.
with social media shows, and they continue to have, like, it's a continuous act every
Yes.
single week with Dania Thomas, Tina Turnip.
Too bad you're not here.
I know
Dania.
she's
We
supposed to
miss
hear,
you.
but she's sick. I hope you get
Yeah,
well.
hope you get well. I know that she told me, and we'll pray for her, that she's going to have some kind of an operation soon.
Oh yeah, we'll
So
pray for her.
we'll
Please
pray
pray
for
for
you,
our
speedy
Tina
recovery.
Turnip. We want her on Gizzy
And you know that I love you. I mean, we're professional actors that behind the scenes we really love each other. I don't even consider her my frenemy. I mean, she is a friend.
Yes. Well, it's just
Yeah.
Gizzy and Frenemies.
Yeah, and
It's just-
even Wawa, you
yes.
are a friend. You are not a frenemy.
Frenemy.
It's only Gizzy is your frenemy because Gizzy is crazy.
Yes. Only Greasy. Greasy actually.
Gizzy, yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Let us talk about more about the Gizzy and Frenemies,
This is so
where
funny.
we get it from the CC and Gizzy with Wawa.
Yes, Gizzy originated from the CC and Gizzy show.
Mm-hmm.
So with NCC and Gizzy was all about controversial topics. I remember there was the hot plate
Yes.
and this
But
plate.
but then you actually acted in this Gizzy.
In this Gizzy,
Yeah.
so this is like a spin-off
Mm-hmm.
of what Wawa started. So Wawa, thank you for creating the character.
Mm-hmm.
Gizzy, Wawa is going through a very rough time right now, but even if you're a million miles away, it's like you're here.
Yes.
You're here in
You're in
hearts.
our yes.
We're actually hoping that you'll come back and
yes.
and you have like a huge part to play in
Yeah.
Gizzy and his frenemies.
Oh my God, she's gonna kick.
Yeah, she's gonna kick ass. You're an
Yes.
ass kicker.
She's
and
ready. Yeah,
She's ready to kick my ass.
Yeah, she is so ready. She takes
Yeah.
it like, I'm ready.
Yes.
But anyways, yes. JC actually play as a Gizzy at Gizzy and Frenemies, and also he does a pretty good, amazing job at Fab Life. So please go ahead and invite our viewers.
Well, I'd like to invite the televiewers to watch the Fab Life, and Fab Life is my expression, my love for fashion, for Hollywood, celebrities, pop culture, singers and all that. And did I mention movies? So it's just my complete expression of all those things.
And I love it. I love it.
And beyond, yes. And Gizzy and his frenemies is totally different because that's where I'm able to express my acting chops.
And I love it too. I love
I love to act, and hopefully one day this will get as far as comedy is concerned, because I love doing comedy. I love seeing people laugh.
Yes, you
You
do.
know, I
Yes.
just love it, and the more that I see people laugh, the more that I do it.
So,
It
yes.
just gives me great joy to, bring this character, or as the words of the great actress Meryl Streep, to flesh out this character. Give turn this character into life, breathe life into.
So please follow his show every single week. Fab
Thank
Life, and Fab Life comes after before the GCN Frenemies every Monday.
Yes, and can I also explain one thing about Gizi? I created Gizi in such a way that he is an expression of a false identity.
Oh.
Gizi is everything that we should not be. He's an egotistical maniac, and it's all about himself and selfish. I play him so that people will get it, and hopefully you will get it and not just watch it, but get it. You're not supposed to be that way. You're not supposed to act that way, because in Gizi it seems like he's so egotistical that the universe surrounds him. That he does, like, if you notice, like he keeps on fighting with
everybody.
Tina Turnip was especially, and like
that his favorite frenemy.
Yeah, and the last time I think she became the enemy, but then later on, Tina Turnip, the character Tina Turnip, thinks that he's crazy.
Yes.
But in his mind, he's really not. He's just egotistical, and he wants to be the queen. He wants to
he
win
wants to
out
rule everybody
and bulldoze everyone out of his way.
And GC actually fired Domsey recently, but he came back.
Yes, but Domsey is what they call, because we have the Greek show, Achilles' heel. Achilles is a Greek god.
Oh.
But Achilles was powerful, but he had a weakness, and that was his heel. And somebody,
I'm learning new.
Yes, so somebody targeted his heel and he died. And so Gizi has an Achilles heel, and his Achilles heel is Domsey. he's like the doom.
The doom.
He's the one who has the ability to make him crumble to pieces. Yeah.
So that's the only one that he can wield.
Yeah, and that's why if you watch the last episode of Gizi and his frenemies, the two, Tina Turnip and Gizi, had really a bloody fight, and the words that were coming out of their mouth wasn't good anymore. I mean, and then Gizi became a terrorist.
Yeah.
And I watched back, and I said, I can't believe he said that. Even me,
Even the character itself can't
gosh.
believe it. So you better watch that every Monday from 8 to 9 p.m. and 9 to 10 p.m.
Who knows what time it will start? It
Yeah,
can
just wait
start
for it.
anytime, and we'll just wing it, and it'll be broadcasted to you. And you just see it.
But anyways, we're running out of time. But
Okay.
I have a last question to ask.
Fire away.
Did you see the first segment that I did earlier with all these women growing their hair, their armpit hair? What do you think about it?
Absolutely disgusting. It's completely unacceptable, and don't do it. I don't care. Like, I should be the first one to say yes, because I'm a fashion designer and a creative director, and I'll say, I don't follow the trends blindly. Because as my favorite designer once said, Yves Saint Laurent, YSL, said.
What does that mean?
Yves Saint Laurent is my favorite designer.
Oh, that's a name.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's YSL. He said that style is eternal. Because style is above and beyond the trends. You can have style, and no matter how the trends change, and no matter how the trends come and go,
Your style remains.
there is one thing that does not go away. It's style. Yeah, that bit. So style is very important.
That-
And that thing that the trend right now is you shouldn't
You should grow your
change
hair and your
yeah,
armpit.
you should grow your. That's not good. Like you want to be like Chewbacca, from Star Wars. Is that what you want to be? Like I don't want to see a woman with a hairy chandelier under her armpits.
Chandelier.
Yes, I don't want to see that.
Yeah, well, there you have it. Don't grow hair under your armpit, okay?
Oh my God.
But you can do it on your beard.
I am going to be so mad. I'll be like Gizzy.
Well, viewers, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much, Mr. Gizzy and
I'll
Mr.
get a
JC.
razor and chop that thing off. Thank you so
Yes.
much.
Thank you. And thank you. We'll see you guys again next week on Wednesday, 7 to 8 p.m. And we're going to have our guest next week, Dr. Rosello. So please stay tuned. Thank you so much, my viewers. And we'll see you guys again. Have a great week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
That's beautiful. I love it.